See, you've seen yesterday's solid forwarding. What is solid forwarding? Forwarding request and response of one solid to another solid is called as solid forwarding. So forwarding request and response of one solid to another solid is called as solid forwarding. The main advantage of solid forwarding is modularity. Say, if the task is very big, listen. If the task is very big, instead of writing complete code in a one solid, we'll write in many solids. So here you'll write the task code. And after that, we'll forward. Again, here also you can write the task code. Again, you can forward. Like this, you can write. Then from client system, if you send request to first solid executed, after that forwarded to second solid executed, forwarded to third solid, it will send the response back to client. Okay. Now I'm sending request to first solid, response coming from third solid. In between, the total 3 solids executed. Okay. If the task is very big, in that situation, you can use this concept. If the task is very big, instead of writing complete code in a solid, you can divide into many solids. But if the task is only 10 lines, 4 lines here, 3 lines here, 3 lines here, you should not write. Okay. If the task is very big. Otherwise, task to task, different concept is there. At the time also you can divide. Okay. So this is called forwarding. Solid forwarding. One more concept is there, solid including. Both in a one program I'll explain. Next, write it. Solid including. Solid including. Solid including, same style, including request and response. Including request and response of one solid into another solid. Including request and response of one solid into another solid is called as solid including. Including request and response of one solid into another solid is called as solid including. Including request and response of one solid into another solid is called as solid including. Say, forwarding request and response of one solid to another solid is called as solid forwarding. Including request and response of one solid into another solid is called as solid including. Solid including, when we have to use, I'll explain. See, for example, here web server, web client, web server, web client, Suppose it is one solid, it is one more solid. It is suppose first solid. It is second solid. Okay. It is first solid. It is second solid. Suppose here your website having 100 pages. Assume your website having 100 pages. A top left corner company logo required. Suppose here logo required. Here logo required. Instead of writing 2 times, 100 times, you can make it separate solid. Suppose logo solid. This logo. Now, this solid include here. This solid include here. Suppose your company website having 100 web pages. In every page, every web page, top left corner, we record company logo. 100 times, no need to write. One solid you prepare. That is 100 times you can include. Suppose at bottom, company address required. Then make it one more separate solid. Address solid. This address solid include here. This address solid include here. Now, this company address, instead of writing 100 pages, one solid separate prepare, include. And whatever other task is there, the code right here. Like this. Now, here, include. Here also, include. These all include concept. Okay. Say logo solid included here. Suppose like that 100 pages are there. In every page include. Address solid at top bottom required. Then include. Now one time you can write, 100 times also you can include. Like that. What is the benefit with this one? Reusability. This solid code is reusable. This solid code is reusable. Suppose one more benefit is there. In future, company address changed. Then how many solids you have to modify? One only. Suppose if you don't use this concept, 100 pages. Company address changed. Then 100 times no need to change. Only one page, one solid. Company logo changed or company address changed. In that situation, one solid only have to modify. Okay. Now, suppose from this client system, if I send request to first solid, then how many programs executed? If I send request to first solid, how many programs are executed? How many? 3 solids executed. First solid executed, logo solid executed, address solid executed. If I send request, 1 minute. If I send request to second solid, then again how many solids? 3 solids. So if I send request to first solid, 3 solids executed. If I send request to second solid, 3 solids executed. Okay. Write this concept. HTTP request, HTTP response. HTTP request, HTTP response. Client system sending request to first solid, but 3 solids executed, you'll get output. Client system sending request to second solid, again 3 solids executed, you'll get output. Okay. Solid including concept this is. Is it over? Say logo solid included in first solid also, second solid also. Address solid included in first solid also, second solid also. This code is reusable. This code also reusable. Okay. If I send request to first solid executed, logo solid executed, address solid executed. 3 solids output appears. Here, if you send request to second solid also, 3 solids executed. But browser doesn't know how many solids executed. Browser doesn't know. That information browser doesn't know. Okay. I'm sending request to first solid. Output comes. Browser will understand this is total output from first solid only. It will understand. It doesn't know 3 solids executed. That is, browser is not involved while executing. That is, server only will involved. Okay. Now, note the main advantage of solid including is reusability. The main advantage of solid including is reusability. The main advantage of solid including is reusability. Say solid forwarding, solid including. Both are given. About forwarding, about including, so many points are there. After program, I'll give remaining points. First, I'll show you program about forwarding, including. After seeing the output, you'll understand the many differences. Okay, not only this difference, other difference also you'll understand. Now, how to forward, how to include. For that, methods are there. Java P Jakarta dot solid dot request dispatcher. One interface is there. This interface name already Solid's API time I given. While giving a Solid API, list of interfaces I given, list of class I given. In this interface, 2 methods are there. Forward, include. Write this one. Forward, include. Both the methods same interface. See, forward method, include method. Both are in requested dispatcher. Forward method for forwarding, include method for including. But what is forwarded? See, how many parameters are there? What are those? Request response only forwarded. Here also solid request, solid response only included. Concept name is solid forwarding, but solid is not forwarded, only request response forwarded. Concept name is solid including. What is included? Request and response only included. Okay. So forward, request response, include, request response. Solid request, solid response, solid request, solid response. Now, this forward include methods takes two parameters, request response, request response. These methods, if you want to call, you require request dispatcher. Okay. For getting request dispatcher, what we record, I'll explain. One method is there. Is it over? See, for getting request dispatcher, solid request is there. Here we have method. Get request dispatcher. This method we use. Node. If we call this method, you'll get a request dispatcher. Here, URL pattern of next solid, you can write. URL pattern of next solid. URL pattern of next solid. URL pattern of next solid. To which solid you want to forward, that solid URL pattern. Which solid you want to include, that solid URL pattern. You're right. Okay. If we call this method, you'll get a request dispatcher. Okay. After that, with this, you can call forward or include, whatever you want. Is it completed? Now, how to do this? See, suppose one task I'll give. You already studied login.html, login.solid, login solid, registration solid. These all you have seen. That program only I'll extend. Suppose it is login.html. Here login form. Here username and password. Submit button, reset button. Here username, password. Whenever you click on submit button, which solid executed? Login solid. You have seen already these programs. Login solid.java. Entered username and password received. This received username and password, it checks in database. It will check in database. If exist, what we displayed? Welcome. Else invalid username password. Now what I am doing is, if exist, I'll forward to another solid. It is welcome solid. Another program. Here I'll forward. Here I'll display welcome message. Welcome username. Else I'll display invalid username password. I'll display invalid username or password. After that, this HTML I'll include. So not only solid, HTML also we can include. I'll include. Now this invalid username password, red color letters. After that, this HTML, again HTML program appears. In real time, if given username password does not invalid is there, same program as it is will be there, just invalid appears. Invalid username password, that type. So this HTML code reusable. And here forwarding. Here modularity. Here suppose this is mailbox or chat box or online shopping, some other you can write separate. But this is reusable. So if username password exists, I'll forward to welcome solid. If does not exist, invalid username password displayed as well as HTML also displayed. Like that. Write this one. Given username password is exist, forwarding into welcome solid. Does not exist, invalid username password and include. In a same program, forward, include, I'll write both. Over. See, already this program is there. You have seen. Same program, just little bit I'll change. Here, instead of displaying welcome username here, I'll display with welcome solid. Here, previously we displayed only invalid username password. Now I'm going to include HTML also. That's the difference. So this program, no need to change. This program only if else part only we have to change. This is one more program we have to write. That's it. Okay. Now I'll show you. Is it completed? No. If you want to forward, which method required? Forward, including include. These two methods in which interface? Request dispatcher. For getting request dispatcher, which method you have to call? Get request dispatcher. That method in which interface? Solid request. Solid request required. Solid request, where it is? Do get, do post, service, everywhere it is there. No? With that you can call. So do get, do post method parameters, HTTP solid request, HTTP solid response. With that, can I access get request dispatcher method? Yes, that is only required. See here, login.html as it is, no need to change. Login solid, we have to change this program. Here, if here welcome, else invalid. Now, just in the place of welcome, we have to forward. What we have to write? Forward method we have to call. For calling forward method, request dispatcher required. For getting request dispatcher, get request dispatcher. That method in which class, which interface? Solid request. What is the return type of that method? Request dispatcher. What we have to write? Request dispatcher RD equal to request dot get request dispatcher. Here we have to write to which solid we are forwarding? Welcome. Welcome solid URL pattern. Just you observe here. This is a method in which interface? Which interface? Solid request. It is a reference of which interface? Using HTTP solid request reference, can I call this method? Yes, because HTTP solid request is a sub-interface of solid request. Using sub-interface request response reference, you can call super methods like that. Okay. Now here we got a requested dispatcher. With this RD, can I call forward method? Yes. What we have tried? RD dot forward. How many parameters? 2 parameter. What are those? Solid request, solid response. But we have HTTP solid request, HTTP solid response. Can I pass? Yes or no? Yes. It takes solid request, solid response. But I'm passing HTTP solid request, HTTP solid response. Possible. Upcasting. Okay. It is forward request response. Over. It is forwarding. See? Only 2 lines. It is over. Forwarding. Including. Here we have to include. Including purpose. What you have to write again? Request dispatcher RD equal to request dot get requested dispatcher. What we have to write here? Which program? Login.html. Next, RD dot include request response. Over. Now, here forwarded, here included. Now, this HTML code not required. Reason, here HTML included here. That's what this HTML code I'll remove. This HTML I'll remove. Over. Now see the program. Welcome solid, we have to write one more. Because we are forwarding into welcome solid. Welcome solid, we have to write. Right click. New solid. Login. Welcome solid. Welcome solid. Next. Already we written URL pattern. Welcome. Next. Which type of request coming? From login.html to login solid, which type request came? Post. Same request we are forwarding into welcome solid. That means which type? Post. That means do post. I'll remove do get. Finish. Here. Username you have to print. First you have to retrieve username. How to retrieve? String SC equal to how to retrieve? Request dot get parameter. Parameter name, uname. You can print. Print writer pw equal to response dot get writer. pw dot println. Welcome username. Plus yes. If you want to add HTML, you can add. Level 1 heading close, body close, HTML close. That's it. Now, I'll run this program. Right click, run as save. Finish. Now, homepage.html. It is homepage.html. I'll click on login hyperlink. Login.html. I'll type username. I'll type password. If I click on submit button, how many programs executed? Give me answer. Very few people are responding. That means many people not listening. If I click on submit button, now how many programs executed? It is just a concentration question, not Java question also. Concentration question. How many? 2, 3 also they are giving. 2 also they are giving. Anybody 1 is there? 1, 2, 3. 4 also is there? Now, how many people answer 2? Raise your hand. Online students. How many people answer 3? Okay. Now, online students, how many people answer 3? Online also 3 is there? Okay. How many people answer 1? 1 no one is there? Very good. See, those who given 3, what are the programs executed? Those who given 3, what are the programs executed? See, why they selected 3, you observe. That means not listening. What are the programs executed? Those who given 2? Login solid, welcome solid. Yesterday diagram, first solid, second solid, third solid, diagram I given. But program what we are writing now? Login solid, welcome solid. That means it is concentration question, no? Yesterday diagram 3 I given. That's what they selected 3. But our program is any first solid, second solid is there. Understanding purpose, that diagram I given. Program purpose, this diagram I given. That means that diagram they are seeing 3 solid they are giving. You observe. Or including concept you have seen one more diagram. Based on that they are giving. That means they are not concentrating, no? For before this one diagram I given. When you click on submit button, login solid executed. From that forwarded to welcome solid. That means how many executed? 2 only. But 3 also selected, you observe. And some more people not given answer also. That category also is there. At least they given 3. These people, some people not given answer also. Few people. That means question also they are not listening. That means. Now, 2 solids executed. Login solid, welcome solid. One more question. In address bar, which solid URL pattern appears? Login or welcome? In address bar, login solid URL pattern appears or welcome solid URL pattern appears? What is it? See, multiple answers no there also. You observe. 2 answers they are selecting, no? It is also concentration question only. How many people answer login? How many will answer login? Online students? How many will answer welcome? See, majority wrong answer. Majority wrong answer. Already I given yesterday, I send request to first solid. Output comes from third solid. That information browser doesn't know. I said no. Majority wrong answer, no. In address bar, which solid URL pattern appears? Login. Output comes from which solid? Which solid? Welcome solid. In address bar, login solid URL pattern appears. It is server implicitly forwards. That information browser doesn't know. That information browser doesn't know, browser not involved. Already I told. Yesterday only I given. We are sending request to first solid. Output coming from third solid. But that information browser doesn't know. This is what I said, no? Browser doesn't know that information. Okay, 3 solids executed in that diagram. In this diagram, 2 solids executed, but browser doesn't know. So, if I click on submit button, How many servlets executed? 2 servlets executed. What are those? Login servlet, welcome servlet. In address bar, which servlet URL pattern appears? Login servlet. Output comes from which servlet? Welcome servlet. Okay. See, welcome triple A. This output from welcome servlet. In address bar, login. It is the URL pattern of login servlet. Okay. See, this welcome triple A, that is be written inside the welcome servlet. It is welcome servlet program. You see. So output coming from welcome servlet. But in address bar, which servlet URL pattern appearing? Login servlet URL pattern. Okay. Now back. Password is wrong. How many programs executed? Again confusion. How many? 1 program or 2 program? 2 programs executed. Login servlet executed. Login.html executed. 2 programs executed. Login servlet executed. In login.html also executed. 2 programs output displayed. In login servlet, I written invalid username password. And this HTML code also again displayed. See, if I click this output from login servlet, this output from HTML program. In address bar, URL pattern of login servlet only. HTML output will not, HTML URL pattern not coming, you observe, HTML file name not coming. Now, here it including also URL pattern not changed. Login servlet URL pattern only appearing. It doesn't know how many programs executed browser. Browser doesn't know that information. Browser involvement is not there. Okay. This is. Now, if I enter again username, password, again same. Until you give right answer, right username, password, it will rotate there only. Now, real time also like this only will be there. No? Username triple A, password triple A, then welcome solid output. But in the address bar, login solid only again. Okay. Say in a same program, I written forward include. Both are written. Okay. Now here, what you have to write is one welcome solid, login solid. Login solid also complete, no need to write. Just a print writer onwards, up to here if you write enough. Okay. Now what you do is login solid.java. You write before this line, just same as above. So already this login solid program you studied, no? That code, this code, same. Right, this one. Remaining same as above. Login solid.java. Same as above. Same as above. Remaining same. Only this part different. Is it over? See, same program I taught with initialization parameters. Again, that is only modified with context parameters. Now that is only modified forwarding, including. Okay. Is it completed? Now welcome solid.java. This one also not done. Welcome solid.java. It is welcome solid.java. Not done. When you click on submit button in login.html, login solid executed. That solid will forward the request and response to welcome solid. Same type of request comes and say data also comes. Username, password also comes. That's what we can retrieve. That is the reason we can retrieve the data. Actually, username, password you entered in HTML program. That is passed to login solid. Again forwarded to welcome solid. That's what we can retrieve. Is it completed? Now about forwarding including notes I'll give. Forwarding including. Note down. Solid forwarding versus solid including. Solid forwarding versus solid including. Solid forwarding versus solid including. One side solid forwarding. One more side solid including. Solid forwarding versus solid including. One side solid forwarding, one more side solid including. Note down. Forwarding request and response of one solid to another solid is called as solid forwarding. Including request and response of one solid into another solid is called as solid including. Forwarding request and response of one solid to another solid is called as solid forwarding. Including request and response of one solid into another solid is called as solid including. What is the main advantage? The main advantage of solid forwarding is modularity. The main advantage of solid including is reusability. These two already given. The main advantage of solid forwarding is modularity. The main advantage of solid including is reusability. Next, in solid forwarding, only one pair of request and response created by web container. In solid including also only one pair of request and response created by web container. In solid forwarding, only one pair of request and response created by web container. In solid including also only one pair of request and response created by web container. In both the cases, one pair only created. See, that means, is it completed? See, in login solid, when you click on submit button, this program executed. Then request response created by container. This request and response only we are forwarding here. Then received by welcome solid. That is only copied here. Whenever you forward, here one more pair not created. That is only copied. So whatever is created for web container, whatever is created by web container for login solid, that is only forwarded to welcome solid. Say, suppose it is first solid, it is second solid. Here, request response. These two created by web container. For first solid. These two created by web container for first solid and it received. First solid will receive. Here it is first solid. It is second solid. If you forward here, if you forward, this is only forwarded. So another pair is not created. Another pair is not created. So these two created by web container for first solid, that is only forwarded to second solid. It is copied into second solid. That's what in HTML program you typed username password, received by login solid, forwarded to welcome solid. That's what welcome solid also can use username password. But we typed in HTML, that is received by login solid, again received by welcome solid also. Reason, same request coming, same request. It is not another request. Same request forwarded. That request contains data. The data also forwarded. That is the reason we can receive. Here first solid nothing but login solid. Second solid nothing but welcome solid. Login solid data forwarded to welcome solid. That is the reason in welcome solid also you can retrieve username password. Okay. Here what is happening? See, here also same style. Here first solid, second solid. Here, suppose you will include here. This is you will include. Here, request response. Created by web container for second solid. Here, this request response passed. Again, it will come back in including. This request only again it will come back. Like this included. So at last, one pair only created. Write this one. Forwarding, including. So request response created by web container for first solid, that is only forwarded to second solid. Created here request response created by web container for here first solid. First solid only, that is forwarded to second solid. That is only in passed to second solid, it will come back. Because you are sending request to first solid. That is created, that is only passed to second solid and it will come back. That means while including. While including, this is copied there, again it will come back. Is it completed? So same request and response forwarded to second solid. Request and response, nothing but some memory will be there. In that memory, some data will be there. That data transferred. For example, in previous program, username, password, where it is stored in request object, that is forwarded. That's what welcome solid also can receive the request object data. Okay. Request and response, nothing but some memory. In that memory, some data will be there. That is also forwarded. This is forwarding, including third point. Next. In forwarding, is it URL pattern changed? No. We forwarded, first we send request to login solid. It is forwarded to welcome solid. But in address bar, which solid URL pattern? Login solid. URL pattern not changed. Is it changed? Included changed? Including also not changed. In forwarding, URL pattern is not changed. In including also, URL pattern is not changed. In forwarding, URL pattern is not changed. In including also, URL pattern is not changed. Both the cases, URL pattern not changed. Suppose after forward, if I write any other statement, is it executed? Think yourself. After forwarding, if I write any other statement, is it executed? No. Including? Yes, it will come back. Control will come back. Here control will not come back. So forward statement must be a last statement in a task code. Include statement can be anywhere in a task code. Forward statement must be a last statement in a task code. Include statement can be anywhere in a task code. Forward statement must be a last statement in a task code. Include statement can be anywhere in a task code. Say last statements means in a task last, not after try block, after catch block, like that. Okay. Last statement, task last. Because here, suppose in this program, here forward, it is last only, is there no? It is last only, no? Here, after that, these statements are there. Is it executed? It if else block. If else block means this is executed, means else is not executed, no? That means it is last only is there. Okay. But after include also, if you write any other output, it is displayed. Here also you can write something. Nothing will happen. It works. But after forward, if you write here, no use. Here if you write something, no use. So forward statement, after forward you should not write any other. But include, after including you can write if you want. Still if you want to display any other thing, you can display. Okay. Next. 6-1. Suppose it is first solid, it is second solid. Here I'll forward. Here I'll write some output. Here I'll write some output. From client system, if I send request, executed, like this, it will come back. But this println statement, if you write any output, that output not displayed. Reason, it is forwarded to second solid. Second solid output only comes. In forwarding, this output not displayed. That's what you should not write output statements. Println statements you should not write in forwarding, including works. Say here, what I written, this is println I written. This output coming, this HTML output also coming, no? But here if I write any other output, that output will not come. That's what in forwarding println statements are rejected. In including println statements are accepted. Write this one. In forwarding println statements are discarded or rejected. In including println statements are accepted. In forwarding, println statements are discarded or rejected, including println statements are accepted. Next, forwarding supports to forward solid to solid, solid to JSP, and solid to HTML. Including also supports to include solid in a solid, JSP in a solid, and HTML in a solid. Last one. Forwarding works within the server only. Including also works within the server only. Forwarding works within the server only. Including also works within the server only. Both the cases, same server required. One server to another server not possible. Suppose, okay, first complete this one. In forwarding, solid also you can use, JSP also you can use, HTML also you can use. Including also solid you can use, JSP you can use, HTML you can use. For forwarding purpose, including purpose, same server required. Is it over? Suppose online shopping website will open. For example, Amazon or Flipkart or Big Basket, Myntra, so many websites are there, no? Here, in online shopping website, you'll purchase some items. You'll select payment gateway. Then you'll enter credit card number or debit card number. Then that credit card number or debit card number, is it valid or not valid? Is it Amazon server knows? No, because that is not issued by Amazon. That is issued by bank people. Okay. In that bank card also, Master, Visa, Rupee, different payment gateways are there. That is credit card number passed to payment gateway. If it is Master, Visa, Rupee like that. After that, that card is valid or not valid, only it knows. Again, it is passed to bank server. If that is issued by ICICI Bank server, ICICI Bank. If it is HDFC, HDFC. If it is SBI, SBI. Like this, it is Amazon server, it is payment gateway server, it is bank server. Now, 3 servers are there. Communication going on. Is it possible forwarding? Give me answer. Is it possible for forwarding for this concept? Give me answer. Yes or no? It is Amazon server. Okay. It is payment gateway server. It is bank server. 3 servers communication. Now, is it possible forwarding? Respond, whatever it may be. Yes or no? How many will answer yes? How many answer no? Last point only I given no. Forwarding works within the server only. So it is not possible. Because you are not listening. Few people not listening, you observe. Here it is one server, it is one server, it is one server. 3 servers I am saying word also. 3 different servers also I am saying. 3 servers means it is not possible. Forwarding works within the server only. Including works within the server only. Forwarding not possible, including not possible. That's what one more concept required. That is we'll see on Monday. Okay. We'll see continuation on Monday.